My name is FX and I'm building Nomad. Nomad allows Africans to streamline their off-ramping using existing traditional finance rails. The inspiration for Nomad came sometime in February when I was stuck in a restaurant and I couldn't pay because NIBS was down. If you're not familiar with NIBS, in Nigeria it is the interbank settlement system. And whenever it goes down, nobody can make transfers between banks. And I was like, what if there was a way that we could actually build a system, an alternative system, where people could make payments whenever NIBS was down? And I spoke to a few juggernauts in the ecosystem, and I was like, okay, that would be difficult, but Solana Pay will implement it. If only they can accept USDC as a form of payment, then probably that could be an alternative solution to the existing problem that's plaguing the banking infrastructure in the country. At the first glance, I thought about stable coins, but then the Colosseum Hackathon came and I said, okay, this is like an incentive for me to build, and build I did. What we are building in Nomad is a solution to a problem that is very, very personal to me. I earn and I work in Web3 space, and I'm always earning cryptocurrency, so I'm always needing to convert it to Naira so that I can spend and pay for bills and every other thing that I use in my daily life. So every single time that I hit my off-ramping partner, I always have difficulty to get the money out. Not necessarily get the money out, but basically I use a multi-sig, so I always have to sign about 5 signatures before I can get my money out. And it's quite taxing every single time I do it. So I was just thinking one time, that what if I just had a card that I would just use to spend crypto from my Phantom wallet, like my Soulflare Phantom wallet. And I was now thinking, okay, what will I need to create a card? I figured out how to communicate this with a few people. I said, okay, you need an issuer. Then I stumbled across a program that was built by DCAF. It's called the pre-authorized debit. So it basically uses token delegation on Solana to allow someone to sign a transaction that allows a smart contract to debit their account, but based on a particular limit, on a recurring time basis or a one-time basis. So when I stumbled across that smart contract, I was like, this is like the last piece for everything I was thinking. And I plugged that Web3 side of the puzzle with the issuing part, that is the issuing virtual cards and physical cards. And I brought those two together, and that was basically the concept of Nomad. Just basically like a digital bank that existed nowhere. Your phone is basically your bank. You can spend money anywhere. And I was thinking, okay, what can I do to really push Nomad into the market? What can I really do to stand out, to be unique? And I was thinking, oh, okay, Africans, over 40 million people in Africa currently use banking solutions on USSD. Why is it? Because a lot of Africans don't have access to internet. The ones and many other have, the ones that do, many of them have only low connectivity. So internet is a major problem in Africa. But we can't really go against the telcos. What we have to do is that we have to work with what existing banks today have built up, the methods they've utilized to actually get money to the poorest of the poor people in the country. So I said, okay, why hasn't anybody built on USSD? I'm still yet to figure that out. Maybe it's because the market was too small, but I doubt that, because GTB, UBA, these banks, these are major tier 1 banks. Almost all the tier 1 banks today in Nigeria currently use USSD as a form of collection and sending of payments. So definitely, it only makes sense if crypto plugs into that existing rail and extracts the value from the daily active users on that pipeline. We implemented the USSD and the card payment together to make sure that we capture about 90% of the rails in this country, because most of the money in this country, or even in Africa at large, is basically through two sources, USSD and card payments. It was only very, very recently that we started to see a large influx of bank transfers. And even then, you might get to some merchants and they'll be like, oh, we don't take transfers, we take only card or cash. So what Nomad does is that it basically integrates your crypto into your life, where there's no layer of the off-ramping. Like Nomad makes it as seamless as possible to make sure that the two-step process, when I mean two-step process, I mean the process between your crypto to your off-ramping partner to your bank is abstracted into just one, which is that you just transfer straight from your Phantom wallet to the merchant. And we do this we are currently available through our partners in 5 countries. I think Kenya, Rwanda, Ghana, Nigeria, and South Africa. Yeah, so we're also on the USSD side. We are also available on all telco networks. That's Nine Mobile, Airtel, MTN, and Glo. So we've had a bit of progress when it comes to operations, because a huge part of this project is not even really technical. We basically did not write as much code as we envisaged that we were going to write, but the operational part of getting this project up was one of the most difficult things, because there's a stigma around crypto in Nigeria. When anybody hears crypto, they don't even want to associate with you. They basically think it's a scam. So we had to get past that educational barrier, and really like push for what we wanted. Thanks to like a lot of help from Super Team, my very good friend Emeka, we had like success on the crypto to fiat rail side of things. And yes, like we've just been building, and we are excited for what's to come in the nearest future for Nomad. Coming to Hacker Hostel, I didn't expect anything less, to be honest. If anybody told you contrary to that, I think they will be lying within themselves. Because Super Team has one of the best developer community I know. So coming into the Hacker Hostel, I just knew I was going to be with the best of the best, selected by the Super Team leads. And I wasn't disappointed. Every single person in this house together with me has built products that I feel are like, even if they don't win, like are amazing. And they've shown prowess, because it's not easy to build through this situation. We, at some point in this country, had like a connectivity issue that took most of us out of the internet for a couple of days. And these teams are basically built in like the resilience of the country, and they've brought products that I think are user worthy. On the ecosystem, on the house side, I'm just getting good vibes. I've been eating a lot. I think I've been eating quite a lot. Yeah, with about 7 to 6 meals a day, because we always work at night. But yeah, I've just been having good vibes, and very brilliant feedbacks from very amazing developers. I know that we at some point are going to leave, but I wish someday, somehow, we get to do this again. When I came to Solana in December 2022 from near, and coming to Solana, obviously, I felt the performance of the chain the first time I interacted with it, but there was a missing part to my journey at the beginning, like on Solana. It was a bit lonely, and I had to figure out a lot of things by myself. I didn't find a Nigerian on the chain. Like, when I mean find a Nigerian, I mean like a developer that was actively involved in Solana development on the chain, until one day, I think I tweeted a Nigerian flag, and Uzube, who is like the Super Team lead, one of the Super Team leads, said, "You're Nigerian?" And I'm saying, "Yes, I'm Nigerian." I said, "Oh, we need to talk." And since then, it has been more of like a family that I can go and ask certain questions whenever I feel confused. There's been massive support. Everybody here is doing something or the other that pushes like Nigeria to the frontiers. Obviously, the leads themselves have like a shit ton of experience. You can always go and ask them for their advice on certain things. So yes, like I have a bit of guidance that I never really had before. And yes, like a very large important and a very, very important factor is the fact that I feel like I have a family here where everybody just supports each other, and it has been just that, you know. I felt at home here, and I just feel like, okay, I feel like this is what I'm going to do with my life. It's going to be a career that I am going to be happy doing. So yeah, that's how my experience, that's how far I've come with Super Team NG. Yeah, Solana is amazing. It's an amazing technology. I had never seen it before. I came into Solana at not at the peak of things, but basically at the crest. I came in after FTX had crashed, and the chain was battling like a lot of disbelief, and everybody was running. Uh, Everybody kept like I came into Solana at 8. Like it feels like I was lucky, you know. But that's just happened to be that I came in at the time when the chain was at its lowest. And what really impressed me, and what you might never really see on that chain, is that there was a lot of support. There was a lot of, like, I felt big names in the ecosystem, like Mango Max at the time, you know. These are people that I could just easily reach and ask questions on their Discord. So that kind of experience was exhilarating. I soon found like a community on Open Book, and not just basically to find something doing on the chain. And yeah, it was really, really, like, they were really, really supportive when I first joined initially, and I was just basically looking for what to do. I saw the Mad Lad Mint, I saw the community behind Armani Ferrante and the backpack ecosystem, and I was just like, wow, this is something that I haven't really witnessed on other chains that like I have been in the past. And yes, if you were in Solana technically at the beginning of 2023, you would have seen like something. Technically, you would have seen something that you had never seen before. The execution and the performance of the chain at that time, when it was not even as congested as this, was really, really crazy. I remember my first Solana transaction. It wasn't mine. It was my friend back at school, and we're sitting on a bench, and he sent me I think 0.3 Sol at the time, and when I opened my wallet, just almost instantaneously, the money was there, and I said, no way, this is your money. I was even like in disbelief that I didn't believe that it was his money until he now had to, like, he showed me his wallet address. I cross-checked it, and I was like, wow, this is that fast. And he said it's even faster, like you even had to open your phone and unlock it, and I just made me start, because I'm an engineering student, so I was instantly curious, and I was like, let me go in and really read about this. And every single time I have like learned something on Solana is so mind-boggling. I want to learn another new thing. And this chain is really, really beautiful, and I feel like it's going to power a lot of major economies in the world when the time comes. I'm here, and I'm happy because I feel I'm early to it. And yes, like, obviously at this moment, Solana is being battle tested. So let's just see how we build through this particular bull market. So yeah, I'm really a Solana maxi. I'm not going anywhere.